Good evening. Okay, so we got corn-fed life in here. Just a second. I got to turn that fan off. How am I hearing you guys? How am I hearing you guys? Oh, Rebecca touching you guys. What is that noise going on? Oh, Rebecca touching you guys. What is that noise? Okay, people, I fixed it. I had myself on YouTube behind the StreamYard and didn't realize it. And it was echoing in my ear. Hey there, Lazy Days. And Evelyn Newman. Hendrickson's Family Farm. How are you guys all doing? We're going to bring corn-fed life in here right now. And let's get him in here. I don't know. I had a brain fog. Sorry about that.
Ready?
Yep.
Well, hello there. Nice to be on with you tonight. How's everybody doing?
We're going to do a ditty or something.
Oh.
Where did you get those?
You look just like Super Mario Brothers with those on.
She says I look like Super Mario. What do you think?
Just like
one.
We picked those beauties up at the Dollar Tree.
yeah. Went all out.
Beth Cornett is in here, and Backroads Freedom. Oh, hey. I just started noticing them recently. Empty Homestead is in here, and Drew's Lens.
Hey, peepers.
Hi, everyone.
So you guys are on a mini vacation right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's our mini 11th anniversary trip.
Mini 11th anniversary.
We just scooted up just one night, 2 days. We went up to up through Nebraska to South Dakota, then into Iowa, and now we're back in Nebraska. And we figured since we're corn-fed life, we should do this from the Corn Husker Capital, Lincoln, Nebraska. That's where we're at tonight.
It's called the what again?
The Corn Husker Capital. Well, that's what I call it. This is where University of Nebraska is, and they're the Corn Huskers.
And what's the restaurant you're at? Or is it?
It's some gaming store where you can play games and sip cafe. I don't recall the name of it.
Wow. So you guys like to do late night lives where you're walking on in the local township and monuments and interesting.
Yep.
I catch you guys late at night.
Yeah, we're kind of night owls, and we don't really plan to do lives. We'll just be out doing something, and then we'll just think, hey, this would be fun to share with other people. So we'll just pop up the phone and see who wants to join.
We're the only ones in town that don't get up at 6 a.m. every day, so
yeah,
the town is ours.
I'm not.
Yeah, we get up
either.
Yeah, we get up at the crack of noon.
Not that bad.
Just kidding.
Well, if I had my way about it, I'd get up probably around 9:30, but that just doesn't always happen.
Well, someone's got to get on those grapes.
Yeah, and we are preparing right now for the picker to be here this week. So there's it's not a lot, but there's some rows that are laying on the ground that we have to deal with right now. And it keeps us busy right up to the day they show up with the picker, and we like to be finished by then, and we usually are.
You should do a little festival with the stomping of the grapes.
Great festival in Silver Creek.
Oh, cool.
I miss it every year. It's just a little tiny festival. It's just around the center of town, which is not very big to begin with. So basically the whole town.
Awesome.
So who else do we got in here that I haven't said hello to? Old Man King Homestead. And Lindsay Scott's in here. So that means Drew's probably going to be in here, unless they're just together. Hello, hello. Thank you for showing up. So you're on what things have you seen on this mini vacation you're going on?
Oh, well, last night we spent the night in a little town called Yankton, South Dakota. That was pretty neat. It's we stayed at this resort. Well, little cabins. They call it a resort. It's just some little cabins on a reservoir on the Missouri River, which is really pretty, and there's lots of boats and stuff. And it was called the Lewis and Clark Resort.
There's Lewis and Clark stuff everywhere. They're so big into
really
Lewis and Clark.
Up here. Pretty much all through this region, like from everywhere we've been from South Dakota, now down through Iowa, and now into Nebraska. Everything is Lewis and Clark, this and that.
Yeah.
This is part of the trail, I guess, they went through, and so they've just really gotten into
They
that.
must have been like pretty friendly people because they're still into them so many years later.
Yeah, we got to go through a candy shop today, which was pretty cool. There's what's that?
Palmer's.
Palmer's
you know,
candy.
the ones that makes the little chocolate bunnies for Easter. They have like a whole chocolatier here, a whole factory.
That's in Iowa, in Sioux City.
Yeah, and the air outside the factory smells really good.
Yeah, you pull into the parking lot and there's just this beautiful like chocolate aroma everywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I know when we were in California as a kid, they used to take us to these factories. One I remember mostly was the almond factory, and
yeah.
Almonds you wanted to eat, and all different flavors and dips that they had on them. Good.
Yep.
You know those little. You remember those little cans? I don't even know if they have them anymore, but they were about that tall and small, and you get a ripped can of almonds.
Now they're that tall and that wide.
And they're $20. So
right.
Who knows? I know that I didn't see them very often as a kid, so they let us all go home with one when we got. Promised Land is in here. Oh, there's a ranch on the end of his title. I didn't know that. I always just thought it was Land's Promised Land.
I wish I had a ranch at the end of my title.
Let's see. Tiny Farm Nuggets is in here as well. And
welcome, Tiny Nuggets.
I'm going to stop picking on them. Just to do a little ditty.
You can't help it. It's a great name.
Uh-oh, I see Simply Jan in here. We gotta split.
Sorry, we gotta go.
I don't know.
Good evening. Good evening, Jan. I had her on my live probably about 2 months now.
Oh, I don't think I caught that. I'm gonna have to go back and see that.
I wish I had a ranch at the end of my driveway.
You got to get small.
Cindy.
You guys are my 20th guest live.
Well, that's how we planned it.
Yeah.
So you got to go watch them all. Who did I just see in here? Full Blown Country.
Oh, that's cool.
That's my buddy. I have a lot of buddies, but he's my buddy. I had him on a couple of weeks ago with his wife Fish. Pretty. And I just like to make sure I acknowledge all the people in the chat. We've got 27 people here.
So,
cool.
Do you think that is Full Blown Country really full blown, or is he just partially?
Yeah,
he's all the way there.
He just hung out.
From the hat down to the boots, and the whole gear.
Aren't
Did
you,
you just come on and pick on everybody tonight?
Yeah, let's just make fun of everybody that showed up.
aren't you, Pooch? You're all blown out, right? There's Lance. Drew's
Don't hate on me. I love you. That's simply, well, we love you too. That's why we pick on you.
everybody loves Jan.
Right?
Yeah, how could
You
you
can't
not?
help it.
Mary Dixon is in the house. And Cindy Brown. Hello, Cindy Brown.
Downtown Sydney Brown.
That's just what I was thinking. That's scary.
We have the same brain sometimes.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Only for dad jokes, though, I guess.
I think that little introductory part of your video that I was watching today was showing that you were using the same brain too.
Yeah, sometimes it's like really freaky. She'll be thinking about something and I'll say it and she's like, I was just thinking that, and vice versa. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the video that you guys put out of you trying to do your intro and you took 500 takes on it.
Yeah, that was pretty awful. We thought we would share our misery with everyone.
Well, I think everybody knows exactly how that is. And, you know, I still sit there and take many takes to get even probably a 5-second clip of me talking out. It's bad.
Yeah.
Really shouldn't talk into the camera. I do well when I'm talking and the camera's on something else. I'm fine. But as soon as I turn it on my face, I'm like,
are you a deer in the headlights?
definitely.
I see that Full Blown says he was country when country wasn't cool. And I was just sitting here thinking, is country cool? Did it become cool at some point?
That's still in the future.
I used to like country music back in the 80s and 90s. That was my favorite kind of country music. And then they started mixing it with rock, and it kind of turned me off a little.
You know, they only sing about rock songs when they're singing country songs. They only sing like about Bruce Springsteen and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've noticed that when we're listening to country, they will often reference rock songs. Like I was, like there's good pop songs, like the one that says like, my girl was singing Boys of Summer, when the Boys of Summer come on, and they're always talking about pop and rock songs. I'm like, don't the country people listen to other country songs?
Nope.
Okay, help me out. Look at this guy's title name.
DJ Turnaroo? Turnaroo. Turnaroo?
I would say Turnaroo.
Turnaroo.
Like he's turning the tables. He's a Turnaroo. I don't know. That's how I would read it.
Well, that's what we're going to call you unless you say otherwise.
Turnaroo.
I don't know how you're going to type
instead
it.
Of a kangaroo,
maybe,
he's a Turnaroo.
Yeah, maybe he's from Australia.
Maybe that's what they call DJs in Australia.
Turnaroo. Where's Jonesy? Like Jonesy would set us straight.
That's right.
Peterson Farms of Nashville. Are you familiar with that? It must be somebody you know.
Yeah. They're from the other Nashville.
They like to watch us water our trees.
I think it's Nashville, Kentucky, right?
That's
Indiana.
Right. That's right.
Indiana? I just know it's not the normal Nashville.
Weren't you out there with a flashlight watering your trees at like 2 a.m. or something?
Yeah.
Yes. We like to have our traditional watering of the trees ceremony.
Well, they don't let us come out during the day. We're kind of shunned from the community, so we do all of our wicked things at night.
Oh, or they have a water shortage in their area, and they
no,
just
being
kidding.
silly.
You know, actually, evening is the best time to water because the water doesn't evaporate and it soaks into the ground really good.
Yep.
Right. That's what we think.
And then you don't evaporate either in the hot sun.
Yeah, it's been pretty dang hot lately, but I think it's starting to cool off now.
If I ain't country, it will.
It's starting to cool off up here anyway, up north.
The Pope.
If it ain't country, it will hairlift the butt.
I guess I'm not country enough to understand.
Hairlift. What is to hairlift? So I know what it is to have a hairlift, but what it means to hairlift somebody.
I think sometimes he channels Dr. Phil or something because he comes up with some of these.
He's just making it up as he goes.
Maybe it's MT Homestead that says most of those things.
Yeah.
Like from MT Homestead. I couldn't even come up with something to.
We need to start making up our own sayings like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or I'll just use that one. I'm gonna hairlip you.
And also, I'm not sure if everybody knows this here in the chat, but the lazy days ahead, they prefer to go by lazy bums ahead.
Yes, that is the
Oh,
truth.
really?
Yep. And don't listen to them because they're just too humble
Yeah.
to say that.
And another fun fact about them, Lisa is from the same hometown that we're from in Oregon, Roseburg, Oregon.
Yeah, it's 25,000. It's not like a huge city or anything. So it's kind of.
So that's why we put up with Jesse, because he's married to Lisa.
Yeah.
And she's our homegirl. So,
right.
We put up with him because it's kind of a package deal.
So Oregon, how close were you to Portland, Oregon? Because that's where my uncle is from.
Oh, okay. We were about 3 hours south.
We were in timber country, so it's pretty conservative area.
Yeah.
Or it used to be anyway.
That was our last little trip we took before we moved cross country because we lived in California.
Yep. I spent about half my life in Oregon and half in California. And she's mostly Oregonian.
Yeah.
For 95% of her life.
Did like little trials in different places.
I'm surprised you didn't say you were Oregon transplants.
I used to say that. Right now we're Oregon transplants to Kansas.
But I don't know. We found a secondhand shop in Yankton that we love so much. We kind of want to move there to South Dakota.
Oh, thanks, Jan. Jan likes our news series.
Now, I always get it confused. Which state is Mount Rushmore in? Is it south or north?
Yep, that's right, south.
That was beautiful. I mean, I saw some documentaries on that area and the village.
Oh, see it in person. You won't regret it. See it in person.
I will definitely be taking a vacation there someday.
I see that, Jesse. Now he's trash talking me down in the chat.
What did he call you?
Oh, he just said that he only tolerates me because I'm from Lisa's hometown.
I'm so country. It's an hour drive.
Oh man. Because every small town in the Midwest has a Dollar General.
Yeah, that is way out there.
Yeah.
Why did my chat disappear?
Uh-oh.
What did I do?
Oh, and they're saying such bad things about you now too.
No. Yeah, in Kansas, if you can muster up like 1,500 people, I think if you can muster up like 1,000 people in your town, they drop in a Dollar General.
Yeah, it's kind of like the general store now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really.
I accidentally double clicked on it and it made it big and blew up my chat. Baroque Cowgirl Homestead.
Baroque.
Yeah.
If it's not Baroque, don't fix it, right?
A 20-minute drive, that's pretty country right there.
Yeah.
Actually, we're about 20 minutes from our Dollar General.
Yeah.
I think there's at least 3 in our area. Well, one could be a Dollar Tree. I'm not sure.
We love Dollar Tree as well.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
That's where we get like our beautiful eyeglasses from the Dollar Tree.
We don't have a full-on Dollar Tree though in our town. We have one of those Family Dollar / Dollar
Yeah,
Tree
it's
combo
lame.
stores. So you only get like only about a third of the store is dollar stuff, and 2/3. And it's kind of tricky because you're thinking, I'm in the Dollar Tree, everything's $1, and you're like, oh, I'll grab this, and it's like, oh wait, that's $5. So they kind of get you.
Yeah.
There was an answer to that. I can't remember how it was said. When you were to ask, well, I thought this was a dollar store. There's something that they say. I can't remember what it was.
It's the $1.25 store now.
Yeah. Maybe they say it's not a dollar store, it's a Dollar Tree.
So you moved from Oregon to Nebraska.
Close.
Not yet.
What?
We tried, but Nebraska wouldn't have us, so we settled in Kansas.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I got it. I had it mixed up with another video I saw of yours, probably one of the earliest ones.
Oh yeah.
How
but
could you,
close,
Brian?
though. We actually live like really close to Nebraska.
Yeah.
We're up there. We're up here all the time. I said there, but we're actually here right now in Nebraska. So we spend a lot of time. Some of the big cities are in Nebraska that we go to sometimes.
Yeah, they have good shopping up here.
So was it the exodus that you left Oregon?
Yes, it was horrible. It was the whole reaction during COVID, the taking away of our freedoms and just walking away from God in general. So we were really impressed with the Midwest and how Christ-centered much of the Midwest is, and that really drew us there.
Yeah.
We're
absolutely.
very happy to be out here.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody that was already there when you moved there?
Nope.
It was just.
Yeah, we just came through here on a road trip. When they shut everything down for COVID, we both got laid off for a month. And so we just did, we always wanted to do the whole coast to coast road trip. And when we came through the Midwest, we were just kind of blown away that like everything was still operating and people were sitting in restaurants and eating and there were kids playing sports. And like in Oregon, all that got shut down. And I used to be a soccer coach and they shut us down for almost a year. And like everything just stopped and everyone was masked. And it was just like people were freaking out like, whoa, 6 feet in line. Whoa. Like people would literally like lose their minds if you got 5 feet from someone.
Especially to him because he looks like he has germs.
Yeah.
So they were pretty
And it might have been just my general stench.
Yeah.
But anyway, just we came through the Midwest and we're like, oh, they're just living like normal lives and they're not all freaked out like they are on the West Coast. And plus they killed a whole bunch of businesses that we loved because they were mom and pop places and they couldn't handle like, oh, hey, you guys, and this is how they would do it in Oregon. They would say like, oh, everything has to shut down. And then they would, like a month later, they'd be like, okay, you can kind of half open up. You can do like takeout orders. And then they'd open for like a week and the COVID numbers would go up a little bit. And they go, okay, everybody shut down again. And these owners
so
are like, I just bought
10,000.
10, 20 grand worth of food. And now I got to shut down. It's going to all spoil. And they just ruined everything. They just killed lots of businesses and it was horrible. And then out here we found out they didn't do anything. Most of the stuff stayed running the whole time. We've talked to school teachers that said their schools didn't even shut down a day and they didn't mask a day. They just let everyone, if you want to mask. If you don't, don't.
Whatever. And a big thing is they legalized pot. And so if there was homeless people on drugs everywhere. They had homeless camps, even in our small town, like everywhere.
Yeah,
you couldn't go out to the woods and go for a walk anymore without being harassed by homeless people.
I mean, our town was only like 20,000 some people, and there was just homeless people everywhere, homeless camps, and just drug paraphernalia. You'd find needles all over the bike path. And it's just a city that used to be really cute and adorable was just like turned into a garbage dump because they'll set up these camps, and every month or so the cops will come and chase them out, and then they'll just they'll move to next door or something. And just leave piles of garbage everywhere. And
we noticed, like, to get even happier, we noticed that there was more where we didn't see it before. There was human trafficking going on in our little town.
Yeah.
With the drugs that just comes in.
Yeah, and we weren't even near any big city. And the nearest big city was over an hour away.
Hi, Spider Garage.
Ice Spider Garage. What a title.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen that.
What is an eye spider? Does it have a big eye, or does it attack your eye?
No, he's saying I spied her garage. I spied her
Oh,
garage.
okay, I get it.
He's checking out some gal's garage. Or she is. I don't know if that's a guy or
I had 12 stone, or not. I did it again. I always call Full Blown Country 12 stones. And probably because he's saying hi to 12 stones, but and hey there, 12 stones ranch. Byron's my other buddy. I left you a message, Byron, on a messenger if you want to check it out. I had Full Blown Country's message up there because he keeps coming up with all these things about how country he is and how full blown he is.
I don't know. Byron and Brian. I don't know. That's a mouthful.
Well, I've never been called Byron, but he gets called Brian all the time.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the more unusual.
But I actually like that name. I mean, if I could be Byron or Brian, I'd be Byron.
Hey, Dogman's in the house. You gotta love a guy with a face that's half dog and half man.
I actually told Byron that my alter ego name is Byron because I did a video clip of my conscience.
Yeah.
Where my conscience showed up. And I said Byron. But that was before I met Byron.
But you don't have a conscience, do you?
Well, I told him to leave. I mean, if you want to say, you'll see that I told him to leave. Dogman's in the house.
Yeah. We like Dogman. He's awesome.
He has late night stuff too, along with
Wolfman.
Belt Loop 29.
So we don't like Belt Loop though.
I know.
Can't stand that guy.
Uh-uh.
And his buddy Deviled Dog.
Well,
I joke. Those guys are awesome.
Drew of Drew's Lens connected me with Groovy Eggs, and I'm going to have him next week.
Oh,
I'm excited about that too. That's going to be fun.
Awesome.
Byron is my name too. Same here.
Huh.
Isn't your name?
My name? No. What's that? How's that song go? My name is John Jacob Jingleheimer.
You look like a Daryl.
What did he say?
You look like a Daryl.
Daryl.
I do?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I got a guy that works for me named Daryl.
We started watching Newhart, so he's finally seen the scene where they come in and say, "Hi, I'm Daryl. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl."
I've heard that my whole life, but it took me until I was 46 years old to actually see it.
No, and unless somebody says something about that, I forget about that show or a lot of those shows. It's funny, you'll come across on YouTube a show that was from the 80s or the 90s, and you go, I forgot all of it. And I watch it every week.
We're more Magnum folk. When it comes to the 80s, we were more Magnum and MacGyver.
Yeah, MacGyver was awesome.
Maybe a little Knight Rider.
I watched those programs, but not religiously.
It's good to count how many times MacGyver says his own name in the show.
Yeah, that if you're a drinking person, we're not, but if we were, a good drinking game is drink every time MacGyver says his own name, because he does it like 20, 30
name's
times
MacGyver.
per show. Every time he meets somebody, he's like, name's MacGyver.
MacGyver.
Hey, I'm MacGyver. MacGyver. It's so funny.
That reminds me again of Full Blown Country, calling himself Pooch all the time. People get into talking about themselves in a third person?
Third person, yeah.
It makes me laugh. But it's his character, and that's why we love him.
The one thing I didn't understand when we were, so she introduced me to Newhart, and so I'm sitting down and we're starting the first episode, and I'm like, okay, it's called Bob Newhart. I guess that's the actor's name. So it's like they name it after the actor, but on the show he has a totally different name.
Yeah, and
like,
they don't live in a
sense
town named Newhart, so I don't get it.
It would be like Seinfeld saying, "This is the Seinfeld show," but on the show I'm Joe Smith. You know, that show's called Seinfeld. His name's Seinfeld on the show. So like, why did they call it the Bob Newhart show? I don't know.
That's his name.
I know, but I'm saying that doesn't make any sense.
No, well,
he had a show before that called the Bob Newhart Show too. Oh. So I guess they had to shorten it to Newhart.
Oh, to
instead
Newhart.
Of Bob Newhart.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Whatever. It's over my head. It's above my pay grade.
What did he originate on? Wasn't he on Mary Tyler Moore Show, or was? Well, you just said it, didn't you? He was on the new.
All I know is that he was a stand-up comedian. And I don't know if he was on the Mary Tyler Moore Show or not, and then I know he had his own show, Bob Newhart Show, where he was married to this really pretty dark-haired lady, but I didn't see much of it. That's all I know of him.
Everybody needs a friend named Pooch.
They call me Pooch.
I got a friend named Pooch. Who was it?
They call me Winnie.
I just saw somebody else that was in here that we missed. Who was it?
Dogman loves dancing. That's awesome.
Well, let's see it.
Whoever it was, I missed him.
It's kind of hard to keep track of all the chat while we're chatting. It's a whole lot. You got to really. That's why we never do these. We just do lives with us because I can't focus on talking to somebody, reading the chat, responding to questions. It's too much.
You just talk amongst yourselves.
I actually read very little of it. I kind of just try to acknowledge that they're here and put their comments up.
You're not supposed to say that. Don't say that. Say like, oh, I go back and I read every single comment, so leave plenty of the comments.
I do read all the comments. I have to wait like 2 days to get them, but I read them, believe me.
She's going to get the fish padlock.
If I do, I'm not putting it on any bridge and leaving it there. We did a live where we walked across the bridge from South Dakota to Nebraska. They had a walking bridge, and along there they had all these padlocks for people who are sealing their love on the bridge, and then they throw the key into the river. There was these beautiful fish padlocks, and I just couldn't believe that people would waste them by just sticking them on the bridge.
Well, in theory, they're supposed to be there for a long time, and they'll come back to the bridge, and it'll still be there. And where chances are somebody's got to come along and cut all the locks off. I had this one friend, and we went for a walk, and there was this one. You know how chain link is? Well, it was really a smaller chain link, like a quarter of the size of chain link.
Right.
And this was like you couldn't even see through it.
Oh man.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it gets to the point, I guess it gets to the point where some people think it's litter and it needs to be removed.
Are you gonna get me 12 stones? You can send it to us.
Oh, that's so nice.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, it's a good anniversary gift.
Hey,
can we give a little shout out to our news show and tell everybody about that?
Sure.
All right.
Tell it all.
Yeah, we started a new segment, and we got to get more of y'all looking at you in the back, you full-blown country down there, Dogman. The idea is it's a little mini news show. We do like a couple stories, like maybe an international story, and then maybe like a local-ish story. And then we want people to send us little like 30 to 60 second clips. And then we play those as if they're like our reporters in the field. And we've been having so much fun. We've got some really great stuff from people. but we need more. And what it is, it's an awesome way to promote your channels, because you can be making a video, like if you're making a video about how to build your own chicken coop or whatever, you can send us a clip saying, here's what's going on in our neck of the woods. We're building this cool chicken coop. Come on our channel and check out the video. And then back to you. And then, you know, so we'll play it like it's a news story, like, you know, Full Blown Country is building a chicken coop. And then we'll put a link too. So then people will see this clip and they'll go, oh yeah, I might want to see that. And then they can bounce over to your channel and watch the whole video.
I bet Full Blown Country doesn't even know that he's been building a chicken coop.
Yeah, probably.
That's how good the story is.
So it's just a fun way. Our idea in the long run is to just have these news segments that are just full of like little local stories from all over like rural America, or it doesn't have to be rural, but just little stories that you're not going to see in the news. So it's like you get the chance to share whatever your news is in your neck of the woods. And we are excited to do it because people always feel like, oh, I don't have a voice. I just have to watch whatever the mainstream media shows. Well, it's like now it's your chance to participate in the news yourself.
And the best part, you get a sticker.
Yeah. If we publish your story, we send you a sticker. And we're doing a little contest now. This might be an ongoing thing probably, where we have a little corn-fed life tumbler, and we're going to give it to whoever is the reporter of the month. And the reporter of the month just means you've had the most stories that we've used on our cast. So far, we've used almost every story that people have sent us. So it's not like it's right now, there's not a lot of people contributing. So it's super easy to get on. My thought is that down the road, we're going to be getting a lot of contributors. So it might get a little trickier to get your story in. So submit stuff now while you can and easily get your news published and linked to your channel. And it's a great way because, you know, Brian, we all have our own audiences. I'm sure a lot of our audiences overlap, but we all have kind of our own people that don't know about, you know, we have people that don't know about you and vice versa. So it gets your stuff in front of our people, and then they can pop over and meet you. So we're super excited about it, and we want to get people on board. And it's super easy. You don't have to do anything elaborate. Literally just hold up your phone, shoot a selfie saying like, hey, this is this chicken coop we're building. Pop on over.
What's up with the chicken coop all the time?
It's what's on the top of my head. All right.
You're gonna get 15,000 clips of people doing
chicken coops.
Yeah. Only send us stories if it's about a chicken coop.
Hey, we have to. We'll rename it Chicken Coop News.
What's
all the latest on chicken coops?
Well, Belt Loop came in. We were talking about you before.
Nothing but trash. Oh, speaking of chicken coops, this is probably why it's on my mind. So my dad,
boy, he's no hero.
So my dad is really funny because he overdoes everything. Like anything he does it like if you want him to build a shed, his shed will be like a fortress. And so he just told us about this chicken coop he's building. And from the description I'm getting from my mom, it's more like a chicken palace. And this is no lie. This is no lie. He's hired a flooring guy, a professional flooring guy, to come in and install the flooring.
It has insulation. I wonder, does it have paneling? I know it has insulation so far too.
I can't wait to see it when he's done. It's going to be something like insanely glorious.
Does it have tongue and groove and tile?
Probably. It probably has tile, you know, in the bathroom and like luxury vinyl plank in the chicken kitchen. I don't know.
The nests are made of silk.
I just know that I've never heard of somebody hiring a professional flooring guy to lay the flooring on a chicken coop.
I want to talk to the guy that he hired and ask him what he thought when somebody hired him to do this for a chicken coop. Reminds me of the mailbox my grandpa made.
Gypsy Panthers.
That sucker had to weigh 200 pounds. Oh, man.
That's how my dad would probably build it.
Well, it's never going to get knocked over by, you know, some rowdy teenagers.
Yeah, everything he builds is built to, like, withstand the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Well, every time I build something, somebody in my family will say, that's where I'm going to go, and there's a hurricane or a tornado.
Must be related.
If it requires two 2x4s, I put 3.
You should put 3 4x4s, or maybe 6x8.
I haven't gone that far. But if you were to look at that sill plate that I did, it's overkill. You could put the whole house and balance it on that, and it would last.
Awesome.
Nice.
So we're working on this house out here in Kansas, and we could use a thorough carpenter. I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind flying in, right? Helping us finish up.
I'll just send you a full blown country.
There you go. We'll put him to work.
Yeah. I've only done construction for personal purposes. I've never worked for somebody else other than myself and my parents. I did put a ceiling up from my sister a couple months ago, which I still have to go back and put trim on.
Oh, so you just reminded me. If you don't mind, we'll do a quick shout out to our other channel. So we told you, Brian, we have that other channel. We have a channel for those that don't know us. It's called CAmericaProjects.com. You can actually just type that into a URL and it'll pop you over to YouTube. Just the letter C, CAmericaProjects.com. But you just reminded me, because that's a channel. It's all DIY stuff, and you can see how to do everything not up to code. Oh, you'd love it. It's so funny.
It's how you did it. It's not how to do it. It's how you did it.
Yeah, it's how I did it. And I do everything like just, so my dad used to build houses with my grandpa when he was a kid. My dad kind of learned from him, and he kind of passed it off to me. So it's kind of third-hand building skills. So it's if you want some good comedy, you just read the comments under our videos, and they're full of things going like, hey, that's not up to code. That's not how you hang that stud. This isn't how you wire that.
Or we started doing a social experiment because we noticed when I'd put up a short of like, oh, look, I plumbed the sink myself. This is what I did. That I'd get like tons of comments from angry men, like telling me like, what do you think you're doing? So we did like a kind of social experiment where we'd put up like almost the exact same video, but we just have Craig doing his voice over it to see if we got the same result. And unfortunately, we did. Like they berated him as well.
Jesse. Yeah, it's funny.
Has anybody been able in the chat to, like, my moderators been able to find that channel and put the link up?
Yeah, Jesse threw it up there. I saw it.
Oh, he did?
The Mod Father.
Check it out. Yeah.
And if you want to see our alter egos, just type in posse on old 99.
That's embarrassing.
My posse's on old 99. Type that into YouTube and see what you get. Those are not us. They're just two people that look really similar to us, right?
I don't want to be immature.
Those are music videos I force her to do.
My dad wears checkered pajamas bottoms all the time when we're working, and
That's
awesome.
customers people
hey Billy,
in my comments will make note of it. I'm trying to get them to do the checker pants dance.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I see our friend Billy popped in. I don't know if you all know Billy. He's an awesome guy. He
if you do, you'll wish you hadn't.
Private pilot that flies all over. He's got some land in Kansas and who knows where. And
he's from Wyoming.
He's from Wyoming, but yeah,
there he is.
So I don't know if it's raining in Kansas, Billy, because we're in Nebraska.
Yeah, Mom said it was raining in Kansas.
Mom said it was raining. Yeah. There you go. It's raining, but probably not on your farm.
Yeah, everywhere else.
I learned a funny concept in Kansas. There's rain envy there. You go in the store and you hear these farmers talking, and they're like, "Oh, did you hear over in Phillipsburg? They got 4 inches. We only got a half an inch over here." It's so funny. Or else they'll do the opposite. They'll go like, "Did you hear down in Lincoln? They got hail. It ruined all their crops." But it's the weather in Kansas is so weird because it'll like dump rain on like a small area, and right next door they'll get nothing.
It's our buddy Skycraft. He's from our same little town.
Skycraft is our little junior high buddy. Well, I don't know if he's little. He's a football player, so he might be a big guy.
Yeah, we haven't watched him yet.
He's from Beloit, so welcome, Skycraft. And he eats all his food in the form of a stick. So it's either a meat stick or a cheese stick, or maybe a hot dog on a stick. I don't know.
And fish sticks. He really loves fish sticks.
Gypsy Panther. I've never seen that one before. You know him?
Gypsy Panther. No, but we like your name, Gypsy Panther.
Have a good one, Gypsy Panther.
He says that he loves Dogman's channel.
I think Homestead Enchiladas discovered our other channel.
Oh, that was the one.
I've been lurking. A panther has been lurking.
Homestead Enchiladas was offended by our video, I think. Hey, is Dogman talking about the funny accent here? Because she's the one that people always ask her what her accent is. And this is funny. People asked her that in our hometown where she grew up. They'd say, "Oh, where are you from?" And she's like, "Here." "Where'd you move from?" "Here. I was born here."
I found out that I'm Amish. I have an Amish accent.
Is that what it is?
I didn't even know.
You do look a little Amish there.
I just have to tell them, though, it's just a brain. Something's wrong with her brain.
I gotta put a bun in my hair. The ponytail.
Okay. All right. I got them all. So the main thing that you do on your channel is you like to just go places and show either restaurants or even food trucks that you stop at and
yeah, we can eat
corn. I saw you go up there and eat all day long. I was like, how much are they gonna eat?
Way too much.
Way too much. Oh my goodness, we've gained so much weight since we've moved out here. It's so bad.
I mean, kind of the point of our channel is just us discovering the Midwest, because this is all new to us. So we just are having fun, and we just thought we'd document it on the channel. Partly because when we were thinking of moving to the Midwest.
Oh, we better get going. We better get going. We better do our last call.
Just kidding. So when we were thinking of moving out here, I was on YouTube because we love YouTube, and I was on there always searching for like what's like rural life like in the Midwest, like what are things to do. I couldn't find hardly anything, so I was like, why don't we start that channel and we'll show everybody like what all the fun things to do, like the little town.
We found out that there's you can watch the corn grow, or you can watch Milo grow, or you can watch wheat grow. It's pretty exciting out here.
And you could probably put that on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was thinking to do like a live cam, watch the corn grow.
Now,
there's surprisingly a lot to do out here.
One thing that my dad and I commented on to each other when we were watching that one fair that you went to, and there were all the food trucks.
Oh yeah, Nebraska State Fair.
That looks so I've never seen a fair look so clean. I mean,
it was.
It was nice.
Like all the trucks with their signage and everything look brand new.
Yeah, they put on a good fair in Nebraska. They don't fool around.
Yeah. I was gonna say, usually, you go to our fair and you need to take a shower when you come home. That's why I haven't been there in forever. I think I was probably about 16 the last time I ever went there. It looks dirty. What did they say? The last call for what? Leaving? You had to
they're for drinks. The cafe is gonna close. Yeah, they close in about 10 minutes, so they were just giving every last call to order drinks and stuff.
Okay.
You can sit on the longest porch swing. Yes, that is something that you can do out here. You can sit on the longest porch swing.
That was pretty cool. I I wonder what it's like when you get 10, 15 people sitting on that porch swing at the same time.
Yeah, just kicking off at the same time.
Yeah, you could get that thing rocking.
You would think you were at the fair. They'd have to anchor that. They would need your father to build that.
I think they did have it because it was quite a construction job.
Yeah, and it's all like
It's
steel, solid steel too.
Oh, it had its own steel truss,
right?
Specifically for it. It had nothing to do with the building. It was just for it. Hold it up. That was pretty massive.
Yeah, it was. Nice little town too. That was in Hebron, Nebraska. Really cute town.
So is that what you plan on doing mostly, or do you want to concentrate on your U-News?
I think U-News for now, mostly.
I mean, U-News is just kind of like a regular segment that we can do every day. Or we don't do it every day, but we try to do at least 3 or 4 a week. But we still want to be out exploring stuff. Like I just did a video on Gator Alley. It was pretty fun. That was actually outside the Midwest, down in Alabama. But yeah, we still want to do videos just exploring like rural Midwestern life because I enjoy that a lot, and I enjoy the people we meet when we get out. But
we found that when we are traveling, that if you do a lot of shorts, that it's a great way to grow your subscribers. Yeah. If you put out like 5 shorts a day.
Yeah.
A good way to grow the channel a lot faster than
you seem to
before.
The good thing about shorts is you seem to meet people outside your normal group because YouTube kind of is really pumping up shorts right now, so they're sending them out to all kinds of people.
You know what I found interesting in your gator video that you did is they showed the little alligators, and they were probably about 18 inches long, and they were only a year. I mean, they were old, and that's all the bigger they got. Yeah,
I was surprised because
I thought they grew fast.
Yeah, because most animals are full grown by about a year, right?
Yeah, how could they survive being so little? And
what you think of as alligators full grown, those are like 4 or 5 years old before they're like what I would call full grown.
Is that what they say? About 5 years?
Yeah. Well, they had them separated in different pens, and when I saw like the 4 and 5 year olds, I was like, yeah, that's about like full size.
Carpenter says that you grew your beard in 6 days. Is that correct? And on the 7th day, you rested.
2 years. 2 years. It's longer. I have it up because it goes like this. It just like sprawls all out now.
So I got to ask, do you do the Santa thing at Christmas?
No, but I did do a Santa video. I did a video. No, I don't have children sitting on my lap.
Get those kids out of here.
So you're a grumpy Santa. Get those kids out of here.
Around other people's children. I love children, especially my nieces and nephews. I love being with them and stuff. But children that I don't know, for some reason, freak me out. I don't know how to react to it because you got the parents sitting there and they're like, don't look at my kid cross-eyed or whatever. I don't know. It feels that way.
And most people's kids, let's be honest, most people's kids are a total terror nowadays.
Take my kid, I'm leaving.
Like MT Homestead was just saying, like, get that switch out and give them some beatings, people. Come on. And even if you didn't catch them doing something, give them a little beating, a nice little beating for the things you missed.
Well, I got to take care of some business before the cafe closes, so I'll be right back.
She'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll try not to bore you too much.
Yeah, Mike was just telling us about the extension strap you would get off of a horse saddle.
Yeah, I heard that. That seems a little extreme, but hey, whatever works.
I hope he used the buckle. Didn't use the buckle. That would suck.
Yeah, that would not be good. I wouldn't recommend that.
So, what is that channel about?
Mexican cooking, maybe? I don't know.
Well, it could be just that they live in Enchilada.
Is that a place?
It could be. I mean,
yeah, why not? I don't know. I could go for me some
they can leave
enchiladas about now.
We'll find out what is the enchilada about.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have them on next. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna have to check out that channel.
I love enchiladas, so I hope it's because they make them. And I'm gonna visit. So she's paying the bill, huh?
I don't know what she's doing. She probably just abandoned me and headed back to Kansas. I'm probably stuck here now.
She had to go on to her side business.
She found a better looking guy. She's out of here. You know how these wives are nowadays.
Maybe his name is Daryl.
She left me for Daryl and his other brother Daryl.
Cat fur for kitten britches. That was the one that
That's got to be about the best name ever.
Right along with butt nuggets and bobblehead.
And I just love britches because my mom's family was all from the South, and they always called pants britches ever since I was a little guy. My granny would say, y'all get you some new britches? She's back.
What have you been talking about?
What is that connected right into the phone? Or is that
just an earpiece?
I'll have to look into seeing what I can do to improve my sound for doing these lives.
Yeah. Well, probably, I think earpiece helps because then you can kind of hear, and I don't know. Seems to work for us.
I mean, can people hear that cricket in the background that's driving me nuts?
Yeah. But it's not overpowering or anything. It gives it a nice ambiance.
Yeah.
It must be louder at your end, though, of course.
Star scene behind me. Maybe I should have done a blue screen or a green screen.
Well, you do have a beautiful office set up there. I'm envious of that.
Yeah, this is our barn-dominium that we built before we knew what a barn-dominium was.
Wow, that's nice.
It's got a living room and with surround sound, and a dining room, a kitchen with double oven. Those are double ovens right here.
Oh.
Well, you got to have a double oven in your office.
Well, if you can see, there's an archway and it goes in, and there's the kitchen in there. And that was the only place I could find for the double ovens.
So you don't have logs to walk to the warm cookies.
Was an afterthought because where that arch is supposed to be the wall that the oven went on. Well, when we decided to make it another section of the barn bigger, we said, well, we'll just have to continue it through.
Why not?
So the only thing this space doesn't have, which is 1,100 square feet, is a bedroom and a bathroom. But
well, you better get on it.
Go outside.
That's the best part of living in the country.
Wow.
A lot of men think that way.
John Wiggs came in. How long has he been in here?
I don't know John Wiggs. Hi, John Wiggs, if you're still here.
Crickets at a campfire is best. The best.
The thing.
It's cricket. On a stick.
Cricket on a stick.
Sounds good.
Well, isn't that what they're trying to slip into all our food nowadays? I keep seeing
cricket meal
YouTube
or
stuff where they're trying to put cricket meal in different products at the grocery store. So I saw one person telling like different names they use so you can recognize it, but I guess they're really pushing for us to eat crickets.
Well, we better head on out because our cafe is shutting down.
Yeah, they're probably going to kick us out here in a minute because they close in a minute.
Well, I thank you guys so much for coming on my live with me. I've been trying to get you on for quite a while now, probably at least 2 months.
Well, they're just so popular.
Well, let me just say
I just couldn't get in there.
Let me just say that the pleasure, I can assure you, is all mine.
It's all Super Mario Brothers.
Well, thanks for having us, Brian. We really enjoyed getting to know you a little better too.
This was
has been
fun.
Yeah, it was nice getting to know you this week. That's what I do every week. I pick the person that I'm going to do the live with, and I try to get in a couple of good phone calls and get to know you personally, not just what I see on YouTube. And I love it. I love meeting all these people. And
because our YouTube videos, they're all lies, you know. That's not really who we are.
That ain't us.
I can't talk to you through the screen. It's not
That's
like
just who we play on TV, you know.
Like that.
Well, we've overstayed our welcome like usual, so we gotta kick off.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody in the chat for popping in and saying hi, and we appreciate it.
Together. I'll say goodbye to everybody in the chat. Thank you to my moderators. Wonderful, and you protect my team. I appreciate it.
God bless.
Good night, everybody.